Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Cozy Ramblings. Tonight, I am playing some Deep Rock Galactic. Well, I was actually playing this earlier, and I thought, as I was doing this, that it's been a while since I've actually played this game, and it's kind of a comfort game for me. And so, I usually play this a lot when I feel the need to, when I need to just grab something to kind of unwind and to relax, specifically with that focus in mind. And so I thought, hey, maybe I should actually hit the record button right now, because I feel like there's a lot on my mind that I kind of want to just talk, ramble about. So whether you've had a stressful day, assignments that are due, or just want some background noise, come and stay for a while. I've got some drinks with me. I've got a blanket as well, because the weather has been getting colder lately, the past month, and it truly feels like we're transitioning into that autumn period. I do love me a good bit of autumn. I will say I'm very much a winter, like autumn winter person, and so the fact that everything's getting colder and you're kind of like getting to a point with the weather where you kind of have to get a little bit more, comfy sweater weather, right? Is the type of stuff that I really like. But yeah, as I was saying, I've been playing this game for a little bit now, today, and I thought it just came into my head, like, why am I playing this right now? This is a comfort game for me. That and Payday as well. I think those are two games I've also featured on the channel. But Deep Rock specifically is something that I only break out when I have a need for it. And so I couldn't help but wonder, is there something wrong? Is there something off? And as I was thinking that, I thought, actually, yeah. There are a few things that have been kind of going on in my life that are, like, nothing bad per se, but just very stressful. I would really say stressful. It's not that I feel that I would say that, oh, I'm doing horribly or whatever. I don't think that's the case at all. But I think is that period again in my life where I feel the need to just kind of, get stuff off my chest. Or I feel like the things that I kind of have in my head right now related to stress and like performing and I guess through a lens with comfort games as well, I feel like this is something that might actually be relatable too. Yeah, the last time I played this game was... I need to check, but I believe it was 8 months ago, something like that. I played this for a video that I made on escapism, I believe. And I picked Deep Rock Galactic at the time specifically because it's that kind of game for me. It's something, like I said, I've said it a few times now. And I haven't really touched it since. And yeah, I guess like right now I just kind of feel like I needed it. Like I said, there's been a lot of stuff in my life currently that feel very stressful. I have recently started up again with my internship. Well, recently, early September actually. And I've been pretty much going at it from day one. Quite hard. In the meantime, college has also started up again, so I'm also swamped with work for that. There's been a lot of things going on. Ooh, there you go. There's been a lot going on with trying to get YouTube in between, and then like other stuff in between. Just hobby-wise that I like to do, and my schedules are pretty filled. And at times it even feels like it's a little bit too much. Just gotta get rid of these guys real quick. There we go. go to? Here we go. Everything feels just like, yeah, a little bit too much. Hello. Hello, my friend. Where was I? Right, everything feels just a little bit too much, and especially just in the the fullness of my agenda, really. There's days where I just simply wake up and everything feels very streamlined and very just at this point in the day I need to be there, at that point of the day I need to be, I already have done this, and it's not very typical of me to plan out my days in such a way. I'm usually kind of like a, you know, life comes at you kind of person. I really enjoy having... Hello. Those guys are kind of bad. But yeah, I'm kind of that guy that lets life come at them, and when it comes to planning, I'm really not the best person. I generally struggle with planning even at times. It just, to an extent, I can plan things, but as things are going right now, it feels very not me. And I think that also kind of adds to the pressure of, oh, I need to be here, or I need to be there, and then people that kind of feels like you... Oh, they started the boss fight. Feeling that there's a bunch of people that I don't want to disappoint, per se, as well. I'm just gonna focus on the fight here for a second. Yeah, it's stuff like that just for me kind of makes it difficult to kind of just enjoy things. I've noticed that I've been very stressed as well. There's currently a lot to do. Just for a second to get a little bit political. Not anything specific, but in the country where I live right now, there's a lot of stuff going on when it comes to, well, certain things are related to my internship. I work in a help sector, social help sector, social care sector, whatever it's called in English. But I work with people. I do an internship with people. I'm planning to also work with people in the future. You know, basically the stuff that I'm studying for. And a lot of the changes that are currently happening right now are related to... Well, they affect everyone, but a huge part of it is also affecting my particular area that I'm studying in. And it just makes you feel very powerless. It makes you feel very powerless. And I feel in a lot of things, like currently, I've talked a few times as well about how I'm trying to lose weight as well. But I noticed that it's been a lot more difficult to do so because I'm pushing 30. Well, 30, I'm 28. But, well, pushing 30, like in 2 years I'll be 30. And I noticed that my metabolism has shifted as well. And it has noticeably impacted the way that I gain but also lose the weight. And so that just adds another pressure to it. So I have to really focus on what I eat, how I eat, when I eat, along with the exercise that comes with it. And it's all been just a huge balancing act with that. Let me just try and get onto here. Where are people going? People are going this way. Am I digging the right way? I'm digging the right way, there we go. There we go. But as I was saying, it just feels like a huge balancing act, and I guess the question that I'm asking myself, and maybe just asking aloud, just in general to you, the viewer as well, is that how do you deal with that, right? how do you deal with that when you... Everything that you're doing is kind of necessary, or kind of needed, yet at the same time... Do we have Molly?
I need the mule right here, right now.
Oh, she's on her way. There we go.
We've got a traitor incoming.
This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, how do you deal with stuff like that, right? Because for me, playing games like this helps a lot. Food, I'm a huge foodie. I love cooking. I love making meals. Stuff like that helps. Is very therapeutic, but at the same time, it just feels that no matter what you do, I'm just kind of at a point where no matter what you do, it's not enough. And that way, I also know that currently with the workload that I have and all that, it's just too much. It's not just, it feels like it's too much, it is too much, because there's no way of actually balancing it in a healthy way. And I definitely think that I'm not alone in that. Ooh, hello. Oh. I definitely think that I'm not alone in that. A lot of people struggle with that. I've always struggled with that, will always struggle with that, and I feel like it's kind of a general thing, sort of a sign of the times, right? Like I notice it when I'm making content, or uploading content, that even then, just in that sense, I feel like I have to upload a video every week. I feel like I have to upload at a specific rate or schedule, because otherwise, like, something bad might happen. And in reality, nothing bad will happen. It's just realistically, I believe that just some videos won't do as well, or yeah, like the algorithm is probably gonna. I'm probably gonna get affected a bit by the algorithm because it doesn't know when to promote stuff or whatever, because I have such a random schedule if I don't adhere to it. Oh. Nice, we've already done it. So that's made it very hard, just that sort of pressure that no one is putting on me but myself, to be fair. I'm the one who's putting that pressure on me. Despite knowing better, I do it anyway. But it makes it very difficult. It kind of feels like you're swamped in work, and how do I deal with that? And kind of curious how you, viewer, deal with that as well. Maybe there's something that can be learned out of that. Because like I said, cooking food, playing certain games like this help a lot for my mental. Exercise as well. I'm actually quite surprised by that, because the whole reason why I do, specifically I do lifting, heavy lifting, and then I do cardio, mostly on like a rowing machine. And then between that, I go on walks and cycle for, well, not necessarily leisurely, but for my internship, I'm on the move a lot. You know, things like that. So I do get my steps, I do get my kilometers and movement, and things like that I've noticed help too. I think, what else do I do? I think outside of that, on occasion, journaling is actually a thing. I think I've talked about that in a recent video, actually, how journaling can be, or at least how I use journaling as a tool to help me. And it's not something that I do often. It's maybe once a week or once every few days, depending on the need for it. And it's mostly just a... it's mostly a way, where I just kind of, almost like a diary. I just kind of write down of, you know, today this happened, these were my thoughts on it. And then I think the most consistent thing is I kind of keep track on how much I sleep. I notice that sleep, I mean for everyone of course, but for me as well, especially, it feels very important, because I'm not a person if I don't get my 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep. Anything below that, if it's above it or below it, just messes with the rest of my day.
We're sending in the drop pod. Head for LZ.
And it's something that also annoys me a little bit in the way that when I'm browsing any kind of social media, I made the mistake of getting on downloading TikTok for a little bit. It was also a channel related thing, and I'm honestly kind of regretting that. I'm regretting that a lot because it is so overbearing with how much it tries to push you in a certain direction for, like, engagement, really. Like, it just wants you to watch. Like, I get notifications on how a random TikTok that I watch that channel has uploaded new stuff and I should come and check it out. It's giving me false notifications as well. Right? And I'm kind of complaining about that right now. But the point that I want to say, that I want to get at, is that at some point, I've been getting a lot of things that talked about just any kind of thing that falls under locking in and sort of that self-improvement umbrella. And the stuff that I see in there feels so overbearing and kind of just... It's very performance related. It's very much kind of like a... Oh. Stop. Just as an example, I was just going to tell you, stop being on your phone. Stop gaming. Stop eating unhealthy foods. It's very much talking in absolutes like that. And I notice how these things are just also... Just even engaging with that. While I deal... I agree with a specific, like, the sentiment, I guess, of, you know, reducing screen time is a good thing. How trying to avoid takeout or unhealthy foods is also a good thing. But I just don't like the absolutes that we deal with that. It just feels like the entire thing becomes another thing that you just kind of have to check off. You know, you kind of have to, you know, tick off a checklist or something. Assignment complete. And so maybe I'm also a bit... Maybe it's also my bias when it comes to things like social media and all that. Because like I said, I got TikTok for channel purposes, but at this point I'm kind of thinking, should I really? Should I just keep using it? Should I, like, maybe it's just better to get rid of it entirely. Because the way that, I guess in part that I also kind of feel that, something might be off a bit, is that I'm on my phone a lot. I've been on my phone a lot recently. Don't need to be here. Any assignment I can still do. Start up. Go on, sure. But I noticed that how my screen time on my phone specifically has increased because I'm slowly getting into a habit of doom scrolling, and I just don't think that's a good thing at all. It's not a good thing at all, and it's hard because I can tell that I'm doing it, but then I'm not stopping, right? So I think maybe actually after this video, I think I'm just gonna delete TikTok. I think I'm just gonna delete that. I think I'm just gonna stay away from that, to be fair. But then to harken back again to my initial thing that I was talking about, then the fact that I'm doom scrolling, the fact I'm engaging in worse behaviors right now is maybe then also because something's wrong, and then it ties back into, why am I playing Deep Rock today, right? I think the thing with Deep Rock as well, now that I think about it, I always kind of wonder what makes a game a comfort game or a good game, or, well, not a good game, but what makes a game a comfort game or a cozy game? Because I know there's the genre cozy game in of itself, right? You have, like, was it Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and all that. But I'm a firm believer that any game can be a comfort or a cozy game if it's something that you kind of just get into and... Oh, hello.
This time we're after an Omeran Heartstone. In order to extract it, we're sending in an autonomous drill dozer to support you.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
Automatically home in on the Heartstone, so your job will be to escort it and keep it running. Good luck.
Alright, sorry, that that completely threw me off.
Watch out, drill dozer.
That completely threw me off. Oh my god, that completely threw me off. Oh man, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the comfort and cozy games. I generally think that any game can be a comfort game. I think I've mentioned that, well, Deep Rock is one. Of course, I've said that a few times probably now as well. I think I've said it in the past too. Payday 2 is a huge comfort game for me as well. And it always, for me, it's always something that I can just kind of pick up and just play without necessarily having to bother with, like, oh, I have to do quests or, like, dailies that need to be fulfilled or something like that.
Consider this. Legally speaking, rocking is more legal
And
than
the fact that a game like Payday or Deep Rock is so, like, just does the trick for me is, I think it's, the base premise of it is very simple. And the gameplay loop of especially of Deep Rock is just so the same. And you're not really, I would argue that this game you don't really grind for much, like for cosmetics, sure. But is it really grinding, or is it more something like the cosmetics or the unlocks that you get through it are just a result of you playing the game? Because that's kind of how I feel about it.
It's our job to keep that drill dozer running.
Right, here we go.
Drill dozer moving. Everything looks fine, but expect that to change soon.
I think the fact that Deep Rock is one of those games is, I think, the biggest reasons, and probably why Payday falls under that as well, is because there's a sense of familiarity to it. And also a certain amount of control.
Contact.
I
Approaching the drill dozer.
think for a long time, back when Monsanto World was a thing. Well, it's still a thing, but when it was in its release cycle, or it was actively updated. It was a kind of game that actually maybe I should actually contribute here. The fact I considered Monsanto World a comfort game during its life cycle because there was something about it that I could just, like, I wouldn't say like, oh, I was the most amazing player or whatever. Like, I've done all the content in it that I could do in it. But it felt like one of those games to me that at some point I just had such a good sense of control of it. And I understood the way that the game worked, and everything just kind of like flowed very nicely together. And so it became one of those games at some point, especially in Endgame, where I would just boot it up and just play. The game wasn't that difficult compared to the start. And I think this kind of game, I mean, I'm playing on Hazard 3 right now, maybe, you know, people who play this game might be thinking, oh, Hazard 3, that's nothing, that's nothing. But this is just, it offers enough challenge, where it's not just handholdy or, I don't know. Like, it feels like you're not doing anything at all. This is getting very steep. Oh, there was a guy already here.
Walking on board. Not a good idea.
And I think another reason, and it's actually coming up in a second now, one of my favorite bits of this game, outside of the sound design of just the mining, for example, love the mining in this game, but this bit, just the way the laser kind of makes that noise and just kind of makes that slop noise whenever you get the oil shale. There's something really satisfying about that. Ooh. Where did... pass it. Let's get that shale, shall we?
What a jaw-dropping experience! At this rate, I'll pop to.
Prickly. A few more of these and I'll bleed out.
There's one done.
Whoever's got the last canister, get a move on.
I will say, when it comes to biomes, I think the hollow bow is my least favorite. And that's purely because of those little, those tentacle thingies that stab you. William is down again. There you go.
Rock and stone. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, shite. Detonator. Repeat. Detonator.
I think we should lead it down here.
See here.
Probably.
All canisters fueled.
If we can.
Is ready to make more progress.
It's... oh, they're gonna kill it. I don't think it will reach. Nah, it's not gonna reach now.
Bulldozer is en route to the Hearthstone. Expect heavy resistance.
Oh. It's actually a good thing that I moved because... yeah, like it might have actually hit the drill dozer. A good thing it moved. But yeah, those little, those tentacles with the blades is something that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I don't think it's a bad designed area or something. I think, because I like the majority of them. The favorite being the, oh, I forgot what it's called. But it's very foresty. It's like a lot of teals and purples, a lot of glowy things. That is my favorite area.
Swarm on intercept course. Get ready to protect the drill dozer.
We fight for rock and stone. Dig your own grave. Rock and stone.
Rock and stone, my friend. Alright. I think that's another thing with this game. I think that this is one of those few communities where I've played this game, I think, for over 300 hours. I think I have more than 300 hours on this game. And in that time, I've only once encountered someone that I would consider like an ass or toxic or whatever. And that's kind of just what I like, that a lot of people just kind of, you know, they rock and stone and they kind of like, you know, spam stuff at you, kind of like a because that's the thing that you do, right? It's kind of like this community's way of talking, despite not everyone being as chatty or as vocal. Throw some gas. Yes. I feel like I'm kind of just revealing. I mean, my age with it. I've said I've said my age multiple times, but I just kind of feel like I'm revealing how outdated I am sometimes with things, still making gas references, if anyone even knows what that is. I mean, I feel like people still do what it is. It's a Germa bit. It's a Germa bit from quite a while ago. And if you don't know who Germa is, for some reason, I would say go and check that guy out. I really like the content that he makes. He's been doing it for a very long time as well. I think I could be wrong, but I feel like he's been slowing down a bit more. I haven't really kept up with that for a while. But it's definitely one of my favorite content creators out there. I'm assuming that we're almost there. See it? Looks like there's a big chamber up ahead, so I'm just gonna assume that that's the heart chamber.
Where is that damn tin? Rock and stone!
If you don't rock and stone, you ain't coming home. For rock and stone.
It is not the heart chamber just yet. Alright.
I found a fossil!
Drill dozer's out of fuel again. Time to harvest some oil seal, folks.
Getting a nice collection of nitro though. Quite nice.
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
I want to see if I can find a fossil.
I need a
There's a few
bandage
fossils that we
over
still
here.
need. Though, if it's the last chamber, if the last chamber's coming up, then, if the last chamber's coming up, then we might find the remaining things. Because I hope the guy picked up that one at least. Yeah.
Try top down!
We're probably assuming that no one else has one, with the exception of maybe the scout, or whoever it was that got that fossil. We still need 2 more.
There is nitro over here!
I made a platform. Hi, you lot. How about a nice break? Sit down, rest a bit, and maybe play some dice.
Oh my goodness, how do you get up there?
Canister ready for refill.
Ah, like this.
Better.
The drill dozer is under attack. Get it fixed up before we lose it.
I helped. There we go.
Come here. Hey. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
Oh, we'll slow him down. Nice.
We can't fuel the dozer with this.
The stalker is dead! jail here.
Oh wait, the thing's up there still. Ah, never mind. Oh, there's another bulk detonator. Jesus. There's so many bulk detonators here.
The drill dozer is fueled.
Oh, don't kill it. Do not kill it.
Here we go. Drill dozer setting off for the Umbran Heartstone.
Oh my goodness. That is scary. I'm gonna stand over here. No, 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 don't kill it. Don't kill it. Don't kill it. Oh God, no. Okay.
Swarm, keep the dozer safe.
It could have been worse. Oh my goodness. That got scary for a second.
I need the damn minecart on this. Where is it?
I will say that I'm like talking aloud, and you know, I'm just having fun. I'm having fun with this and talking aloud about like some of the things today. I noticed that I'm noticeably more relaxed. I'm like there's a weight off my chest in a sense. And I think maybe to go back to an earlier point of like, you know, what stuff that works or what stuff that you could maybe stuff that would work for me, I think, is just, well, not having a full-on conversation, right? Like I'm just kind of talking to you who's watching, and there's no immediate feedback that I can get or response, right? I think just talking, generally speaking, talking, just putting it out in words, even if nobody else is there, something like that could actually also be beneficial, right? To maybe rationalize or to kind of like deal with stuff.
Squash 'em.
Supply drop has been ordered and is on the way.
And to be fair, stuff like this is just really satisfying. Oh. We already got all fossils. How much nitro do we have? We have a lot.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
I will deposit my 1 nitro and my 1 gold. I'm contributing. Oop, the slop. Release the slop. Right. I'm just gonna say I'm ready.
Dottie, fixed.
Wally is on the way.
Here we go.
I think the other guys have been out there mining. We have 2 supply pods. There's still a bunch of nitro left.
Getting more ammo.
I would say we're doing well. We're doing good.
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Oh my goodness! Hello.
Come on, guys.
Drill dozer has begun cracking.
What just happened?
If you lose the dozer, you lose the mission. So guard it well against
What just happened?
hostiles.
All right. Okay.
Incoming swarm.
I can't get distracted from the mission.
Dozer is top priority.
What was that?
Swarm. Repeat swarm.
Stay. Stinky. Damn it. Here. We've got one of them invisible bugs. Look out.
Here, have some extinction.
You're gonna get the lasers again? There's gonna be something else.
The drill dozer has broken through the
Oh no, we're getting the
so far so good.
weird cone, the weird orb shape that it does.
We're forgetting the dozer.
Another one of the stalkers as well. They love throwing stalkers and bulk detonators at us.
Attention team, to keep the drill dozer running at full capacity, you need to keep it clear of bugs. Also, we got an incoming swarm.
The fact that nothing's coming out yet makes me a bit worried.
Keep it running. The swarm is upon you.
I'm not getting any... Hearthstone isn't throwing anything at us right now. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, oh my goodness, of course it came for me.
Restraining order, sir.
We got a big horde of enemies approaching the drill dozer. Defend it or die trying.
Oh, there we go.
Extraction at 75%.
My turn. I can do things.
Swarm, it's a big one, team. Swarm detected.
I think for things, Driller can be really useful on a mission like this. I think Driller in general, like, it has really good uses for stuff. But there's moments where it's not as good, I think, or it can't be as useful as it could be. But then whenever on the escort duty, when you have like these little thingies, this is nice. It also does, you can be like helpful like that. Well, have like a very specific niche that you can help with. Although I know that Gunner can also shoot off the, I believe it was the tips of those crystals, and it also neutralizes them.
Watch the neurotoxin. Detonation.
Hey, nice.
The drill dozer served its purpose. The Hearthstone is ours. Deposit it and grab out
Nice, and we've done it.
Supply pod launched. Better stand back.
Are we gonna look for the head?
Armor and Hearthstone.
Have we found the head already?
Call the drop pod when you're ready.
Getting supply.
Grabbing ammo.
Ready to kill some more traitors.
I don't see a head yet. I don't see a head. Alright. I'll see if I can maybe find Molly. Oh, there we go.
That's how you do it. Drop pod is on the way.
Rock on!
Molly, over here.
Can't leave escort duty without Molly. Oh, well, not Molly. Loretto? Oh. I'm about to get beat over the head for getting the name wrong.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
You got shielded, my
Drop pod
friend.
departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Go for it.
Covering fire! Weapon ready.
Gotta get that one nitro in right now. Right at the end.
Rock and stone like there's no tomorrow. Loretta has seen better days.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
There we go. Alright. Oh my goodness. Bulk detonator. Get in. Scout, get in. What's your beard doing, my man? What's your beard doing? Alright.
Go to the bone.
I think it's funny because for me this is kind of where I think I'm going to leave it for today. For tonight, rather. I'm just surprised that this is the second time that I've done a Cozy Ramblings that ends on something weird. I believe the last time, what was it? Monster Hunter Wilds, it was just this atrocious looking character. The weird looking creature that I saw in the hub before I called it a day, and now I just have the weird beard.
Good job. You're making good progress on your
I don't even know what to call it. It's strange because I don't think I've ever seen a beard do that. That is quite impressive, I will say. But on that note, I wish you all a very good evening, a very good rest of the week, a rest of the day, a rest of the whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging, and bye-bye.